We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
For a Cleveland Browns.
It's a big play there for the Browns. 75 yards.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Loss of 2.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And this time he is in. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Colts nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Eason.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up Third down.
From the gun is Eason.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yard pickup.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 39 yards there, a big one.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Eason.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hill going to keep it on the option.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal.
Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try.
A 19-yard attempt.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and goal from the 1. They hand off to their big tight end. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to Paris Campbell.
Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Good.
Extra point by Maher, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone.
And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting Back when I was in college, our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Seven, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. They'll look to throw again. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
14. Colts, 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Browns 21, Colts 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd down. Here's Eason.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Eason.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Taken down at the 22.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
2 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Eason's pass.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And a Colts 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Eason sets to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. And this is now a 1-point game.
Is good. Makes the score Browns 21, Colts 20.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
For Odell Beckham, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Austin Hooper.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 34-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44.
right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 23-yard line.
Play action. It's Eason. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Delpit on the coverage.
From the gun, Eason. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor taking it in, and the Colts are going to jump back in front. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll let Taylor try and run, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle to Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 45-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through.
That will tie the game, 28-all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
This is brought in at the 21. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
First and 10, Eason. He's going up top for Taylor. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 41 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Colts 35, Browns 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete.
The pass.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He's going to let it go again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Option play, and Hill will keep it. That one covers 29 yards, first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, 30, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
For the point after.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Three yards remain for second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 31 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 30.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw on third down, Eason. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On second down, it's Taylor. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Colts' 30-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Okay, here we go.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.